Donald Trump, you understand, your leader of white supremacy who eats babies and gives other white men blowjobs, you understand? They hunted us down. The Lord is going to plead with them with shedding their blood. Keep reading.
Oh, God, sir. And for my heritage.
And for what?
And for my heritage.
Said for my heritage. That's what we're going into tonight. This is your heritage, black man. Not Valentine's Day. What else coming up March? Is this Black History Month or something?
That was February.
That was February too. You got this so-called Black History Month with them filthy, disgusting traders. Go ahead,
I think it's Black History Month also is the month they celebrate the LGBTQ stuff too.
In March.
Into March.
Yeah. Into March, yeah, of course. Now you celebrate homosexuality. I mean, now it should be all coming full circle. To all of you blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians that have been watching the U.P.K for so long and listening to Commander Junior Hunter and the prophets for so long, thinking that we was crazy.
Right.
This white man is eating your babies.
Right.
And you celebrating these holidays, celebrating his feast when this is your heritage. Purim is your heritage. Right. And glory be to the Most High. All of our high holy days got something to do with him destroying the heathens. That's right. You understand? Once again, we got the 57th annual Passover coming up. Right. Give the Lord a hand for that. Right. April 4th. Get your ass to Houston, Texas. BH Ranch. Let's get it on, man. Right. Let's get it on. You know it's gonna be glorious. Right. All the time. Captain Yakazaki and the whole crew down there, San Antonio, right. Austin, Houston. Man, what else, man? All them brothers down there rocking that whole zone in Texas, southern Texas. Right. You understand? It's going to be glorious. And what is that about? The Lord destroying our enemies. Right. Just like here in Purim. But here, this is how the Lord is going to show you here. Brothers like to say this term, right? This is how the Lord finesse these people. You understand? This story, Purim, this is about finesse. You know the Lord is a black man. You know the Most High God is a black man sitting on the throne made of fire. He gonna use this sister Esther to finesse him. That's right. You understand? And you black women, as you listen to the story, you black and Hispanic and Native American women, as you listen to the story, you should really recognize the true power that this woman used by hearkening and by obeying the man of the Lord. Now let's go ahead and start reading the book of Esther, chapter 1. So this is what we're going to do. We read on down. This is the first chapters of the book of Esther. We're going to start it today. We're going to finish and wrap it up tomorrow. The Feast of Purim is, of course, 2 days. All right? Go ahead and begin. That's the chapter 1, verse 1. We can start there. Whenever y'all got it, go ahead and read. And shalom to the sister here. Shalom Shema, thought Shalom Shai said. Beautiful young princess from the tribe of Benjamin. You understand? You understand? The sister Esther, of course, we're going to read. I'll give you a little preview. Of course, she's from the tribe of Benjamin as well. You understand? Right. As soon as you got it, go ahead and put it on out.
Carl, this is the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 1.
Read it a little louder.
Carl. It's the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 1. Now it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus.
Book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 1.
Ahasuerus. This is Ahasuerus, which reigned from India, even on to Ethiopia, over 107 and 20 provinces. Now the name is Ahasuerus, okay? Ahasuerus, all right? Also known as Xerxes. Is how they say his name, Xerxes. If we read in the Bible in the Zondervan, go ahead and pull this out, Shaphat. I want you to read this down here. Or Barak, whoever got it, right here. You pull out that Zondervan Bible, it talks about this heathen king, Ahasuerus or Xerxes, who was the king of the Persian and the Medes, all right? This is the king after Babylon fell. After we left the Babylonian captivity, we was led away by Nebuchadnezzar. We went into the Persian captivity. We went into captivity under
mentioned in Daniel chapter 9, verse 1. Number 2, king of Persia, mentioned in the book of Esther. There seems to be little doubt
that he is to be identified with the well-known Xerxes, who reigned from 486 to 465 BC. The Azores of Ezra, chapter 4, verse 6, to whom were written accusations against the Jews of Jerusalem.
Right. So we're going into this now. We're going into the story now. Right now, this is the kingdom or the captivity we're in under the Persians and the Medes under Xerxes. Keep reading. Now you can drop the Zondervan. Go ahead and keep reading Shabbat in F.
Come, sir. Verse 2. That in those days when the king, I can't put it. How you say it again?
You can say Xerxes or Azores.
Come. Xerxes sat on the throne of his kingdom, which is in Shushan, the palace.
Go ahead, keep reading. So Shushan is the palace, that's his kingdom. It told you all his reign, when he ruled, how long he ruled. Keep reading.
Come. In the 3rd year of his reign, he made a feast unto all his princes and his servants. The power of Persia and Media. So Media. The nobles.
Medes. I said the power of Persia and Media, I believe.
Come, sir. The nobles and princes of the provinces being before him.
Right. So now he's making, of course, a feast to all his princes, all his sons, all his hierarchy. You understand? His royal house, the people that work in his house, his advisors, of course, his children. So he's making a banquet unto them. Read.
When he shewed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the honor of his excellent majesty many days, even in 180 days.
Right. So he's just basking in the pride of his kingdom, of his rulership, showing all the jewels and the stolen artifacts, everything he's conquered and what he rules over. He's just basking in the glory of his conquest. All right. Keep reading when you get a chance.
Verse 5. And when these days were expired, the king made a feast unto all the people that were present in Shushan the palace, both great and small, 7 days in the court of the garden of the king's palace.
Keep reading.
Where white, green, and blue.
Loud if you could, Salah.
Where were white, green, and blue hangings fastened with cords of fine linen and purple to silver rings and pillars of marble.
So this is a lavish palace in Shushan. The lavish. So he said you got pillars of marble. You ever seen marble? You ever seen marble floors? You seen those marble floors? So just think Vashti. This is Xerxes or Xerxes' wife. And she made a banquet to the women in the property that the king owned. Keep reading.
On the 7th day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mehuman, Biztha, Harbona, Bigtha, and Abagtha, Zethar, and Cartus, the 7 chamberlains that served in the presence of Xerxes the king.
Right. So these are the men that minister directly to the king, to Xerxes. These are the men that with Baquashi just named, the men who Baquashi just named, who minister directly to him on a daily basis. Keep reading. And Salat, when you forget the part, he said he was married. So he'd been drunk for about 7 days. Just drink. You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 11, to bring Vashti, the queen, before the king, with the crown royal, to show the people and the princess her beauty.
So listen, so now he called him for his wife. Well, he considered a beautiful woman, why? Once again, why? To show her off to his friends. To see how glorious he is, to see how bad he is, that he got such a so-called beautiful heathen. Some beautiful heathen woman, he want to see her, bring her to him so he can show her off to everybody. Read.
For she was fair to look on.
She was fair to look on. That's what the scriptures say. Some heathen that look kind of all right, I guess. Keep reading.
But the queen Vashti refused to come at the king's commandment.
Queen Vashti did what?
Refused to come to the king, come at the king's commandment by his chamberlains.
So she disobeyed him. He sent his men out to say, go get Vashti, bring her here. And she said, I ain't going over there. She said, I ain't going up there. She disobeyed him. Keep reading.
Therefore was the king very wroth, and his anger burned in him.
Why? Because he's embarrassed now. He drunk, he around all his friends, around all his princes, around all his, his pupils, the people that does business in his kingdom, and he called for his wife. His wife said, I ain't listening to him. Embarrassing. Keep reading.
Then the king said to the wise men, which knew the times, for so was the king's manner toward all that knew law and judgment.
Now listen, you want to pay close attention to that, because that's how, and what this heathen king did, he said he went and spoke to wise men that knew the times. He said they knew the times, and what else?
They knew law and judgment.
They knew law and judgment. So these are wise men who deal with the kingdom society and their social workings and their social settings. You understand? And how the laws apply and how the people react to laws and punishments. You understand? And know the times. You understand? Meaning they know the vibe on the people, so to speak. You understand? The social interactions of his kingdom here under this Persian king. All right? And that's something that we have to pay attention to, because these heathens constantly do that with our people.
That's right.
These heathens constantly observe us constantly. Give me that scripture where it said real quick, they take crafty counsel real fast. Give me that scripture, because that scripture is manifold, all right? These heathens, and of course you read it all throughout the Bible. Just a quick jump real quick. Heathens always ask other nations who are familiar with our people on how they can conquer us and how they can use us for their own gain. And those heathens that are familiar with our culture and our heritage, what do they tell the king or whatever superpower is trying to enslave us? What do those heathens say to those powers, those nations that try to conquer us, who familiar with us and familiar with our history? What do they tell them about our people? Say again?
Salam.
Oh, salam. Anybody know? Go ahead. Anybody know?
Say the question again, Kyle.
Okay. These heathen, what this heathen king did, Xerxes did, when she made him mad, you understand? He went to wise men that knew the times, that knew laws and judgments. Why? To get counsel with them on what he should do. You understand? This is what other nations do constantly to blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians in America. When we do certain things, they collect with each other, gather with each other, and see what the times are to see how to deal with us,
Right.
with the matters with us.
Right.
And so, throughout history of the Bible, when these powers, when these nations rise against us to conquer us, they talk to someone who's familiar with our history. We're familiar with our heritage. And what do they say to those nations that's trying to conquer us? What is the only thing they tell those kings about us if they want to try to conquer us?
Chicago.
Go ahead.
Not that we get them sin.
And that's it. Get a brother hand. Like they study us and they watch us and they go to men that know about us and know our people for thousands of years. And they say, how would you conquer these people? They say, well, listen, if they keep the laws, you ain't got no chance. You cannot, you should just go ahead and leave them alone. But if they sinning, if they worshiping other gods, then you can conquer them. So what this heathen did, just to deal with his own wife, is what heathens do on a massive level towards blacks and Hispanics in America. All right? We can hold that scripture you got, but while we can continue in Esther, all right? Keep reading.
Verse 14. And the next unto him was Charshina, Shethar, Adamatha, Tarshish, Maris, Marcina, Memucan, the 7 princes of Persia and the Medes, which saw the king's face, and which sat the first in the kingdom. What shall we do unto the queen Vashti according to the law, because she had not performed the commandment of the king Ahasuerus by the chamberlains?
So what this woman Vashti did, she broke the law that this king had in his nation, that she did not come to him when he called. And so now he's sitting amongst the court like, what should we do with her? How should we deal with her? Now, remember again, this is just one woman. This is just one woman. Why he ain't just say, oh man, forget her? Why he ain't just say, man, oh baby, oh cheap talk, man, give me another drink, whatever. Why did he not do that? For this, remember, this is just one woman. So you got to keep in mind, why is he now going to get counsel from these wise men about the times and like, yo, what should we do with her? That she disobeyed the king in his court. Go ahead, keep reading.
Verse 17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women.
Say it again.
For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women.
That's why. Influence. They don't want what this woman has done to influence other women in his kingdom. Which shows you what? Now, what does that show you? That for what this one woman did by disobeying this king, they can say, they like, man, we got to do something before all women get influenced by this and disobey their man. Which shows you what about these nations? That they're willing to go to this length to deal with this one woman so that it doesn't influence the rest. What do these nations know? Got it, Barack?
Stop a wicked bitch. That's what they are.
That's right. They kept us up there. That's right. You gotta stop a wicked bitch. Oh, can I say that? I don't want to get what they call it, banned, whatever. You know what I mean? But what do they know? They know that in order to rule, your woman has to be, she has to be obedient to you. You understand? In order to have a functioning kingdom, your woman got to be with you. Right. She got to be with you. She can't be against you in order to have a functioning kingdom. Nobody's going to respect you. Nobody's going to honor you if your woman is rising up against you. This goes to show you, like, we have been in terrible, terrible times dealing with our sisters here among the Black and Hispanic community. Like, our so-called white man has turned our sisters. And even these nations know that in order to have a functioning, rich society, like we read how wealthy this king was and how rich and powerful he was. But in order to sustain it, these nations know that your woman has to obey you. She has to be in agreement with you. She has to be subservient to you. Keep reading.
It's damn near like they learn Adam and Eve's story better than us.
Right.
They learn the value in you gotta stay on top of that shit. You know, man.
Get kind of shot. You
Right.
understand? Like they know the value of a wife being led by a man and obeying that man, even if she doesn't want to. You understand? We lost that value. We lost that value being subservient to America. What you see now, Cardi B is what? She's a disobedient woman now. And she's influencing other women.
Right.
And this is how the nations come together to destroy us. They make Cardi B rich and powerful. But they would never let an East Indian woman do that in the kingdom.
After shaming them.
After shaming them.
Mm-hmm.
They would never let a so-called white woman do that.
Right.
After shaming them. Or a Chinese woman, forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
A rich, powerful Chinese woman. Kim Jong-un, you would never see Kim Jong-un's woman twerking on a robot in China. You understand? But they give that to our women.
Yeah.
To influence our system because they know that will break down society.
That's right.
That's why this king is going to the wise men to know the times like, yo, we got to do something about this.
Mm-hmm.
Because this cannot spread.
Right.
This can't spread. Right? Because it's going to disrupt the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, keep reading.
One more thing, Cap. I mean to interrupt you so much.
Come on,
Listen,
up, Cap.
you know that the basketball player, Iman Shumpert, you know, he was with that broad who is the actor.
Man, she was disgusting.
What's her name?
Tiana
Taylor. Yo, just about to say that. We in the same man. You know, they made her woman of the year. She's on.
That's after that goddamn.
No, go ahead. Come on.
That's after that goddamn movie, Cap. She did. Oh, she was so disgusting.
Yep.
She was so disgusting. I think she was only in the movie to be
a hoe. Yep.
To be shamed.
Mm-hmm. But that's the glory they give them. Once a powerful black or Hispanic woman shames her husband, she goes to the top. They did it with her. What's the other one? With Usher. Remember Usher touched her and the husband may not forget her name. Was he a little actor?
The spelling bee girl.
Oh, I forget her name. Kiki
Yeah,
Palmer. They did it with her too. They put her on. Like once you do that, once you shame your husband, they make you a star.
That's right.
And the heathens, they ain't having that shit. They're wrong as hell because they be violating them women, but they ain't having that. So like that was it.
Right. You can't put something in. You saying it's so right. Let's continue to keep reading the question.
Shapana is not sure. Okay, I think Shapana wanted to jump.
Oh, go ahead, Salaki, brother.
Slugger, but man, I just want to add what Cap was saying. Not only that, they gave Tiana Taylor. They gave her own Jordans.
Oh yeah, I forgot
She got
that.
her own Jordans.
She ain't played no basketball.
Salaki. Almost like in the whole movie. What's the name of the movie?
Something problem after another, something like that.
One thing after another, something like that. One battle after another, or something like that. The whole time, I mean, she is doing things with white men. I mean, she in a movie out, and they portray her as like some just nasty whore with white women that hated her child.
Yep.
Completely hated her child.
Yeah.
And like Kevin Shaw said, they sent her right to the top. So once again, these other nations watch us and study us to know how to break our family structure now in order to make them rich.
Yeah.
And get marble pillars, but they wouldn't dare let their woman do it.
Right.
They wouldn't dare do it, and we'll read it now. Keep reading.
Verse 17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes.
Like if this was a righteous kingdom, if we were in America, right, and we bring this to today. If this was a righteous kingdom, you understand? If this was a righteous society, they wouldn't let no woman do what I want to do. Not one, because it would spread. It would destroy the society. But we making this nation. Our women pouring themselves, being provocative, being rebellious against their own husbands out for generations, watching their mothers do it and their mothers do it and their mothers do it. It is making this white man rich beyond belief. Keep reading.
When it shall be reported, the king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti the queen, to be brought in before him, but she came not. Likewise, shall the ladies of Persia and the Medes say this day unto all the king's princes, which have heard of the deed of the queen, thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath.
Say it again.
Thus shall arise too much contempt and wrath.
Listen, read 18 again.
Like
This cat know this is gonna cause problems. Because if one woman does that to the king, what you think the other woman is gonna do? They ain't gonna listen to nobody. You understand? And then maybe their sons will start growing up and dishonoring the father. Maybe they won't have the father. Maybe the fathers leave. Maybe the fathers leave from trying not to, harm the woman.
Right.
Maybe they get put out. And then maybe their sons are turned into gangbangers and start to kill each other because they was raised by women. Maybe this heathen king sees that and he doesn't want that for his people. Because that is exactly what is happening to us. Keep reading now.
Verse 18. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and the Medes say this day unto all the king's princes, which have heard of the deed of the queen. Thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath.
Go ahead, keep reading.
If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him.
He had to make a royal commandment about this bride for what she did. Keep reading.
And let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before the king Ahasuerus, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she.
Listen, he punished this woman out and took everything that she had. Punished this woman and took everything she had so that other women wouldn't get influenced by her disobedience. Now feel that for a minute. Feel that for a minute. Meanwhile, our women get praised, like Kevin Shaw was bringing out, get praised for being a whore. We got a royal commandment too. This whole Bible is royal commandments.
That's right.
We got a royal commandment too. There shall be no whores of the daughters of Israel.
That's right.
That's a royal commandment. Now look at us today. And once again, our enemy knows that what our women are trained to do and influenced to do will break our society in half. You understand? It will destroy us. Perpetually, it will destroy us. That's how important it is for a woman to be in subject unto her husband. That's how important it is. And this king knew it. You understand? Keep reading.
That it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before the king Ahasuerus, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she. Verse 20. And when the king's decree, which he shall make, shall be published throughout all his empire, for it is great.
For it is what?
For it is great.
For it is what?
For it is great.
Come on, man. Keep reading.
All the wives shall give to
all the what?
All the wives.
All the what?
Wives.
Go ahead.
Shall give to their husband.
Go ahead.
Honor.
What?
Honor.
What?
Honor.
Go ahead.
Both to great and small.
To what?
Great and small.
To great and what?
Small.
Listen, this king said, listen, this royal law gonna apply to the great men in our kingdom. unclean animals and worshiping false gods for way too long now, while we've been destroyed. This cat got officers in charge of finding beautiful women. Like, come on, man. How long we gonna be getting high smoking weed? Huh? You black men watching, you Hispanic brothers watching, you don't want none of that? You don't want the rulership that the Lord promised you? You gonna let these heathens just get rich and wealthy and rule on top of you forever while you smoking whatever the hell they selling at the gas stations? You getting high, drinking. Go ahead, Doc.
I was talking with Captain Shock, and Cap was telling me about how much these Arabs are paying the footballers, just for 1 year or 2 years, and like something like 500 million.
Yeah, they offer Brazilian cap $1 billion.
$1 billion, and I was thinking, set it off when she caught the dude, and she was like, "You spending all my money." I felt offended that these Arabs was giving these footballers all this, and that's our money that they spent. I just felt that was my money.
Yeah, they stole from me.
It's ridiculous. I mean, we spent so long, like we served them without even knowing we serving them at this point. Like it's so many layers to our oppression under these other nations. Like you wouldn't even be able to fathom just how much of our lives are dedicated to making them wealthy and making these other nations comfortable. So like, just imagine when you get hungry and you go, like, literally, think of how much your appetite feeds these nations now. The fact that you hungry and don't have your own business to go to and they own everything, your very appetite is making them rich out. You understand? Amongst a whole slew of other things. Meanwhile, kings like this get to just, go give me all the virgins you could find, all the bad ones you could find. Keep reading now.
Come. Keeper of the women, and let their things for purification be given them.
So now he finding all these virgins, he put men in charge of them. You understand what I'm saying? And he gonna give them all the things they need, all the smell, all the perfume, all the body oils, all the body butters. He like, listen, get them up, dress them up, make them look good, everything they need for their purification. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 4. And let the maiden which pleases the king be queen instead of Vashti.
So he looking for a new queen. Keep reading.
Come. And the thing pleased the king, and he did so.
Keep reading.
Now in Shushan the palace, there was a certain Jew.
A certain what?
A certain Jew.
Go ahead.
Whose name was Mordecai.
His name was what?
Mordecai.
Go ahead.
The son of Jair, the son of Shemai, the son of Kish, a Benjamite.
A what?
A Benjamite.
Now give a hand for the tribe of Benjamin. The wolf pack. You understand? So this brother Mordecai was a Jew and he worked in the palace. Keep reading.
Khan, verse 6. Who had been carried away from Jerusalem with the captivity which had been carried away with Jeconiah, king of Judah, whom Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had carried away.
So Mordecai is the brothers. Of course, remember, the Babylonian kingdom under Nebuchadnezzar, he conquered the southern kingdom of Israel. Remember, Israel was split into two kingdoms. It was the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. The southern kingdom was made up of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. The northern kingdom was the other 9.5 tribes and some of Levi, right? Judah, Benjamin, and Levi went into the Babylonian captivity, and after that, the remnant of them went into the Persian and Mede captivity, which we're reading about now. That's how they're saying Mordecai got into this situation. This is after the Babylonian captivity. Keep reading.
Khan. And he brought up Hadassah, that is Esther, his uncle's daughter, for she had neither father nor mother, and the maid was fair and beautiful.
So remember, he'd been through the Babylonian captivity. Who knows why Esther don't got a father and mother? They could have died. They could have got split up. You remember slavery? Right. One family gets sent over here. One family gets sent over here. Who knows? And now Mordecai had to adopt this young sister Esther because she don't have no mother and father. Keep reading.
Whom Mordecai, when her father and mother were dead, took for his own daughter.
So they died. Keep reading.
So it came to pass when the king's commandment and his decree was heard, and when many maidens were gathered together to Shushan the palace, to the custody of Haggai, that Esther was brought also into the king's house, to the custody of Haggai, keeper of the women.
So Esther was also one of these young virgins. And virgins, of course, according to the Bible, does not mean a woman that didn't have sex. Virgin is just a young woman of marriageable age. That's what a virgin means. That's what that means today in America. A virgin means a woman that never had sex before. In the Bible, when it refers to a virgin, it's just a young woman or a young maiden. That's a marriageable age. All right, keep reading.
Verse 9. And the maiden pleased him, and she obtained kindness of him, and he speedily gave her things for purification, with such things as belonged to her, and 7 maidens, which were meet to be given her out of the king's house, and he preferred her and her maids unto the best place of the house of the women.
So Haggai, which was the officer over these women, Haggai looking at her like he pleased her, like, yo, this the bad one. He gave her 7 other women to be with, gave her everything that she needed, all the oils, all the lady necessities. You sisters know what they're talking about. You understand? All the things that make me want to call you later. You understand? He gave you all of those things. All right, keep reading.
Esther had not showed her people nor her kindred, for Mordecai had charged her that she should not show it.
Now, what does that mean? Go ahead.
Her uncle told her, "Don't tell anybody you're a Jew."
That's it. Get a brother in. He said he not showed the people. He not showed the people. I mean, he told her, don't tell them that you are Israelite. Don't tell them. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't go in there. Don't tell them that. Keep reading.
Verse 11. Come on. And Mordecai walked every day before the court of the women's house to know how Esther did and what should become of her.
So he checked on her. Once again. He working in the palace. He know where she at. You know, he said, man, listen, you go there, you know, Mordecai might can't take care of us. So when you read these stories out, and this is something that General Katham, big shout out to General Katham, man. We in DC. You know what I know when General Katham will break that history down. This is something how he will break it down. And that when you read this history, and you read the history of how people thought they Bible, you just got to think like a black man. You understand? You poor, you just got out of slavery, you working, he like, man, go ahead and, you know what I mean, go to the palace, man, go there, don't tell them who you are, but go there, because they can take care of you. You know what I'm saying? I can't take care of you. You understand? So you think of a poor, struggling brother, you know, trying to make ends meet, he got this young woman with him, her parents done died, he's like, man, yeah, go ahead. She got the opportunity to go be in the palace, she's taken care of, man. You understand? So you think that. So when you envision the story, envision that in your mind, man. And that's the story of so many brothers. So many brothers, man, that raise children that's not theirs, and just try to put them in a better situation. And so like our people, all right? And he would check on her. He would check on her, make sure she's good, see how she's doing, and then with that, he reads.
Verse 12. Now when every maid's turn was come to go into King Ahasuerus, after that she had been 12 months, according to the manner of women, for so were the days of their purification accomplished, to wit, 6 months with oil of myrrh, and 6 months with sweet odors.
Good night. Come on, bro. I want some of that, man. Like, man, for you, man, I want you in a bath of milk for 6 months. 6 months, I want you in a bath of milk, oil. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to see you yet. You got 6 months just to marinate in the oils and all the things that I like. So you can just be nice and soft. Right. Come on, man. I got to have some of that, man. You understand? I got to have some of that. Keep reading.
With 6 months with sweet odors and with other things for the purifying of women.
Go ahead.
Then thus came every maiden unto the king. Whatsoever she desired was given her, to go with her out of the house of the women unto the king's house. In the evening she went, and on the morrow she returned into the second house of the women, and the custody of Shashgaz, the king.
I believe that's Shashgaz.
Shashgaz, the king's chamberlain, which kept the concubines. She came in unto the king no more, except the king delighted in her, and that she was called by name.
Go ahead.
Now when the turn of Esther, the daughter of Abihail, the uncle of Mordecai, who had taken her for his daughter, was come to go into the king, she required nothing but what Haggai, the king's chamberlain, the keeper of women, appointed, and Esther obtained favor in the sight of all of them that looked upon her.
So this is so once again, she's from the tribe of Benjamin. So of course, the tribe of Benjamin is what? Jamaica, all those West Indian islands, Trinidad, Barbados. And give me some more. St. Croix. What else? Virgin Islands. All those beautiful places where the baddest sisters live. You get across the Bahamas, forget about it. You come across that crystal blue water and you see the most beautiful sister you've ever seen across there. And it is notorious in the Bible how bad our women are. It's notorious of how beautiful they are. I mean, they're infamous in the Bible for being beautiful. Our sisters. All right, keep reading.
Verse 16. So Esther was taken unto King Ahasuerus into his house royal in the 10th month, which is the month Tebeth, in the 7th year of his reign. And the king loved Esther above all the women.
Listen, she was so bad, I didn't even care about the little bride. That's how bad Esther was. That's how beautiful this sister was. Keep reading.
And she obtained grace and favor in his sight, more than all the virgins.
More than all the other women he had. Like this one right here, he head over heels for this one. You understand? He a teddy bear for her right here. Keep reading.
So that he set the royal crown upon her head. in the books of the Chronicles before the king.
Those two kings put to death. Those two guests was put to death by the king. You understand? Now, what's that showing you? That now the king is going to trust. And the fact that she did it in Mordecai.
And advanced him and set his seat above all the princes that were with him.
So this heathen Haman, all right, he has a office or position in the kingdom where he's above the princes. I mean, so he's like a top advisor or a top executive or something of that sort in this kingdom. Keep reading.
Verse 2. And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and reverence him.
All right, so this heathen now he got power. He got power. So everybody else that's the king's servants, they bow to him. He got status. He has status in his kingdom, all right, under the king. Keep reading.
For the king had so commanded concerning him, but Mordecai bowed not.
But Mordecai what?
Bowed not.
He did what?
Bowed not.
Go ahead.
Nor did him it's like your brother.
Here we go. Mordecai, of course, is an Israelite of the tribe of Benjamin, and we don't bow to no man. Right. We only have one God. Right. We don't bow to no man, which shows you the integrity of this cat. Like he's on the bottom. They've been in 2 different captivities and still won't bow to this cat. Like hell no. Who the hell is you? Like, go ahead. Right. Keep reading.
Verse 3. Then the king's servants, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai, why transgress? It's like it. Why transgress thou the king's commandment?
Why you ain't bowed? What's up with you? Keep reading.
Verse 4. Now it came to pass when they spake daily unto him, and he hearkened not unto them.
Listen, man, it's lucky, man. Big up the boys and get camera shot too. You can just imagine some cold venomite just looking at him, sucking his teeth like, man. Keep walking past him every day, pissing off. Like, man, this is what trying to keep talking to me, man. Like, just walking past him, giving that face, like, you know what I'm saying? Just like a stone cold Jamaican or Trinidadian, just like, you know what I mean? Like, just making them cringe. You understand? Like, just imagine that. And this cat doing it every day. And they walking past me, just walk by. He just ignoring it. Like, he don't even see it. Keep reading.
That they told him to see whether Mordecai's matters would stand, for he had told them that he was a Jew. Verse 5.
Go ahead.
And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence, then was Haman full of wrath.
Right. So this cat's so full of pride. Like, he like, man, this one brother, which goes to show you how powerful the word of the Lord is and the spirit of the Lord is in one man. He got the whole kingdom. He got the whole kingdom bowing at him. But it's just this one cat that will not bow that has this heathen furious. Which goes to show you how disgusting that type of pride is. That's the white man's pride. Like, you got the whole planet Earth. You got the whole planet Earth to your disposal. You got to hunt the Hispanics too. You got to hunt them and kill their children too and separate their children too. And you have the entire earth at your disposal. Like, that's a disgusting pride that this heathen has. Yeah. He got the whole palace bound to him, but this one brother, this one Benjamin brother who told him he's a Jew, just will not bow to him. And got him in his feelings. Got him in his feelings. Put a demon on him. Go ahead.
There's a question on mine from Get Back What They Stole Now. Is Haman an Edomite, sir?
No, he's not an Edomite here. No. I was never out in the physical room. I was never sliding Captain shot that you could edify me. Go ahead.
You talking about Haman?
Yeah.
That's an Amalekite. Excuse me.
Amalekite. Yeah, Amalekite. He's a so-called, what we consider today a so-called Jew. The water, yeah.
Yeah, Lord.
Keep reading. Verse 6. And he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone.
Mm-hmm.
For they had shewed him the people of Mordecai. Wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Azareth.
So now we get into it. Now we get into it because this one brother wouldn't bow to this cat. He like, I'm gonna kill all his people. Just because of his own pride. He said, I'm gonna kill all of these people. Just for you. Keep reading.
Even the people of Mordecai.
Even the other Benjamites. Go ahead.
Verse 7. In the first month, that is the month of Nisan, in the 12th year of King Pasur, they cast Pur, that is the lot.
They cast what?
Pur, that is the lot.
What that mean, young brother? Brother, read. You know what I mean? He said they cast Pur, which is the lot. You ever heard that before?
Lot.
Roll dice. About killing our people. Salah. Somebody got a question? Young sister over here, Salah.
So he knows all the other people that thousand. Didn't he destroy his entire
Say that one more time, so speak up again.
If the Eden knows all of the people that bow to him, then he technically loses.
You said let me just make sure I heard you right. So you said if the heathen killed all the people that bow to him, that he would kill all his people too? Yeah. Okay, if he killed the people that bow to him, he would kill people who serve him. But that's not what was it about. He wants to kill the people of the man that will not bow to him. You understand? Mordecai was a brother that didn't bow to him. So imagine you in a big castle, right? You in a big castle and you got servants in the castle, right? And so this man walked past all the servants in the castle and all the servants bow. But when this man goes outside the castle and goes to the gate of the castle, it's a slave in front of the castle that will not bow to him. He wants to kill those people of the man in front of the castle. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to kill the servants. You want to kill this man. You understand? For not bowing to him. Keep reading.
Before Haman from the day to day, and from month to month, to the 12th month, that is the month Adar.
Go ahead.
Verse 8. And Haman said unto King Ahasuerus, there is a certain people scattered abroad.
There's a certain people what?
Scattered abroad.
There's a certain people what?
Scattered abroad.
It's for the young brothers, you young officers. This is perfect for your Gentile breakdown. You go into the precept, it said there's a people that is what?
Scattered abroad.
Scattered abroad. Go ahead.
And this dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom.
That's right. Go ahead. Talking about us. Talking about the Israelites that came out of the Babylonian captivity. Now we in the Persians and the Mede captivity. Haman bringing them up to speed, saying, listen, there's a people that scattered all throughout your kingdom in all the provinces. Go ahead, keep reading.
And their laws are diverse from all people.
They said what?
Their laws are diverse from all people.
He said our laws are diverse from all people. That is holy. That is holy. You just heard in the beginning of the story, the book of Esther, that this king had to create royal commands. Right now, in this chapter, this Haman, this other nation who knows our culture and knows our heritage, our people knows that we are been scattered abroad and that our laws are what?
Are diverse from all people.
He said our laws are diverse from all people. You know how all of us, we all have 100 gods. They only have one. They only serve one God. Right. That's what he's telling. That's what he's telling Azores right now. You know how Azores, you worship this God and this God. And you think you're a God and you do this and do that. Yeah, they only have one God. Their laws are diverse above all people. Meaning even the other nations that's not in rulership under the Persians and the Medes, as they come. Our laws are different from theirs. Keep reading.
Neither keep they the king's laws. Therefore, it is not for the king's profit to suffer them.
And you telling me, like, listen, they don't even keep your laws. They don't even keep your laws. That's why you shouldn't suffer them. What does that mean when you say you shouldn't suffer them? You don't have no need to suffer them. What does that mean, young boy?
Like, so would that mean to punish them?
Almost, but not really. Meaning to say this. Meaning to say you and I, right? We have to live together. Me and you, we have to live together, right? And we have, like, we live together in the house and we got chores in this house. And there are rules in this house. I'm keeping the rules in this house. You not. I shouldn't suffer you, which means what? If I'm keeping all the rules and I'm telling you what the rules are, what needs to be done in this house, and you ain't doing it, I shouldn't have to suffer you. You thinking me? Anybody? Go ahead, Al. Say it again. Tolerate. The perfect word for it. Get a brother a hand. And you should have to tolerate that. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Verse 9. Verse 9. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed.
That they may be what?
Destroyed.
So for this one heathen's pride, this white man's pride, for this one white man's pride, he like, man, we should destroy all of them. And you see how he's trying to manipulate the king. Trying to manipulate him just like a devil. While the Is.U.P.K reminded me that he's an Amalekite, a filthy, disgusting, so-called Jew. Right. You understand? He's trying to manipulate this king. Then again, man, you shouldn't tolerate them. They don't even keep your laws. We should kill all of them. Just because this one brother will not bow to this rat bastard. Keep reading.
Verse 9. Look. And I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that have the charge of the business.
He's like, I ain't even pay for it. This sounds just like a devil. I didn't even do that. He said, he said, you don't even got to come out your pocket. They can come out my pocket. He's like, don't even worry about it. I'm just letting you know you got these group of people that stand on your property. They have diverse laws that don't even obey you. Listen, man, you don't even got to worry about it. I pay to get all of the kids.
To bring it into the king's treasury.
Go ahead. He said, I pay directly to your treasury and get it done. Keep reading.
Verse 10. And the king took his ring.
If I may, once again, when you read in these stories, you brothers and sisters that's watching online, that's in these classes out, as you listening to this story, the mind of this so-called Jew, Amalek, or this heathen Haman, that is the mind of the heathens today. I'll just pay you to destroy blacks and Hispanics. That is what Donald Trump did with ICE. It's coming out of my budget. He hired all them ICE, gave them $10,000, $30,000 incentives to hunt our Latino brothers. This is how these heathens think today. For the pride of our people not to obey them and to come up against them. He said, you know what? I'll just come out of my own pocket and get rid of all of them. Go ahead, Cap.
Yeah, you know, the irony is that Stephen Miller, who's a part of the Donald Trump cabinet,
right?
He's an Amalekite. And he's the one that pushing, you know, to go detain all these Latino brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? It's him. So it's the parallel to then and now.
Listen, you're absolutely right. You got my head. You're absolutely right. the same people just coming back doing the same thing. Bro. You read the word.
Verse 10. And the king took his ring from his hand and gave it unto Haman, the son of Hamid the Agagite, the Jews' enemy.
Exactly. He our enemy. And it's clearly expressed in the scripture. Like Christians put themselves and put our people to such a disadvantage when you look at the white man as your brother or one of God's children, or whatever Christians say, he is your enemy. He's always been your enemy.
Right.
That king giving that ring to Haman, he gave him the authority to go ahead and do it. Easily too. He knew just the right words to tell that king as well, so that he can get the power to do it. He said, man, they scattered in your land, man. They got their own laws. They don't obey your laws. And you ain't even got to pay for it. I'll pay for it and get rid of it. You shouldn't have to tolerate that, my Lord. Just like a nasty rat. Just because one brother will not bow to his king. That's the white man today. That's when you see police brutality, when you see a police officer murder a brother, that is in his mind. You understand? Murder a brother in cold blood after a traffic stop with no firearm on or nothing, that's in his mind. Like who is this cat to even question my authority with this badge I got on? Put him to death. That's his mentality. That's what you're seeing here in these scriptures. So imagine, right? So you imagine some big, dumb, cowardly white police officer in a low state with that mentality. Now imagine in the White House, the mentality of our enemies when it concerns Black and Hispanic people. And they are brothers. What did Epstein have? Epstein had lists and lists and lists of politicians and his parties. These was what in the mind of these heathens concerning our people. Concerning how they're going to come together and destroy us. They won't even go to the government. They're like, I got enough money to pay for it myself. I'll do it myself. I'll get it done myself. There's some type of, background deals that they're doing with each other. You understand? This is the spirit of this place. Keep reading.
Verse 11. And the king said unto him, the silver is given to thee, the people also, to do with them as it seemeth good to thee.
Dang, king ain't even. He just like, man, yeah, go ahead and do whatever you think you should do with it. Go ahead and handle business. Go ahead and do whatever you think needs to be done. Go ahead and do it. The silver is in your hands. You got the financial backing. You go ahead and get it done. I ain't even gonna think about it. That's what he's saying to him. Keep reading.
Verse 12. Then were the king's scribes called on the 13th day of the first month, and there was written according to all that Haman had commanded unto the king's lieutenants and to the governors that were over every province, and to the rulers of every people of every province according to the writing thereof, and to every people after their language. And the name of King Ahasuerus was it written and sealed with the king's ring.
There you go. Go ahead.
Verse 13. And the letters were sent by post into all the king's province to destroy, to kill, and to cause to perish all Jews.
Let me tell you something. So this is the decree. This is the decree. This is the law that he signed. With the king's ring, this is the law. A decree saying this, you're going to kill all the Jews. So man, just imagine, it's coming to your door. You know how an easy pass bill comes to your door, an easy pass here? You know how that comes to your door? Just imagine you get an envelope, come to your door and say, on this such and such day, you will die. And you were from the tribe of Israel. You are Israelite. And you get that notice by mail. You say, if you're an Israelite on this day, blah, 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 you will be hung to death. Like, God dang. That's a rough. He sent it out to everybody in the provinces. Keep reading.
Both young and old, little children and women.
This is such like the white man. It's such a beast out. You don't care who you are, you could be young, you could be old, you could be a woman, you could be a child, all you get killed by a letter. By a letter. Imagine the fear of our people out there. We just left the Babylonian captivity. Just the people that scattered here in Persia under this king of Xerxes, we just left the Babylonian captivity. Now here we are again. Here we are again, about to get slaughtered by another nation, by another heathen. And it's at your doorstep. It's a letter. It was in an envelope. They just gave it to you. Keep reading.
And one day,
And one day, one day they're gonna kill all of us. Like, I just imagine that. And we celebrate Valentine's Day and all these other holidays. We won't remember this. We won't remember when this cat, out of his prime, tried to kill all of us and had the financial backing by the king to kill all of us. We're gonna remember what Donald Trump did to our Hispanic brothers, right? Because that is the same thing. He sent them ICE agents out there to hunt our brothers down, killed some of them, killed some of their children, destroyed their families. This is the same thing going on here. Keep reading. No sweat. Pick it up a little bit, all right? Come on with it. Come on with it. Shout out to everybody that's online, man. You know, tuning in this class, man. The Feast of Purim is definitely a day to observe. If you're a Black and Hispanic woman, man, how a sister, man, really stood up for her people. This is how you really stand up for people. Like if Cardi B had an ounce of righteousness in her bones, and she's watching Hispanics being persecuted in America, she'd stop doing that twerking just for a little bit. Just stop for a second, you know, and say something right while the world is watching you. Like our women have the privilege of being the most beautiful women on the earth. That's what's in this Bible. Black, Hispanic, and Native American women are historically the most beautiful women on the earth. And look at how they are exploited by these other nations. That's right. They are exploited by these other nations and robbed of their value and robbed of their dignity. When we read this book here, the book of Esther, and this Feast of Purim, you're reading about a sister who took the counsel and came under subjection of a prophet of the Most High under Mordecai to deliver her people. That's what you read about. Keep reading. Go ahead.
Okay. In one day, even upon the 13th day of the 12th month, which is the month of Adar, to take the spoil of them for a prey. The copy of the writing of the commandment to be given in every province was published unto all people that they should be ready against that day.
Jesus Christ. So they telling the people in the province, like, no, you got so-called Israelites living around you on this day, we gonna kill them all. And the ones that survive, we're going to take them for a prey. We're going to do whatever we want with them. We use them, sell them, discard them, you understand, enslave them, do whatever we want with them. That's what they say. And do not be a fool. Well, once again, you living in America. You just seen them Epstein files come out. They eating children, and listen, I don't even eat bagels anymore. They said bagels taste like cream cheese. Yeah. I don't even eat bagels. Don't even ask me, do I want a bagel? I don't want right. You understand? I don't want to be nothing close to what these devils is doing out here. You understand? But do not be a fool and think that they won't do something like this. As their nation falls, as their society starts to crumble, don't be a fool that the white man won't turn all the way into the evil beast that he has always been. He just send a letter to your door like, yeah, you ought to report to this camp over here if you're Black or Hispanic, and your neighbors got the letter too. So all your white neighbors that you got, they're gonna let us know if you're going or not. Don't be confused like this bastard won't do it. Remember that the Lord said this: the things written aforetime are for your learning. They for your learning. You got to remember things like this. These are the bastards who are in charge of us, who are giving us water to drink, who are giving us power in our houses, who putting food in the grocery stores for us to eat and to consume, who our children go to school with, who are our children's teachers, who are on the school boards, who are on the boards of education and the medical boards. These are the bastards. These are the type of people with these type of mentality over us. Keep reading.
The post went out.
You gotta give it. If you're gonna answer the door, you gotta give it to somebody else. Read nice and loud.
The post went out, then hasted by the king commandment.
Come on now.
And the decree which was given to Shushan, the palace, and the king and the Haman sat down to drink, but the city Shushan was perplexed. Shushan?
Yep.
Shalaki said. Shushan was perplexed.
He said the city Shushan was perplexed. Why? Because the people that live there is like in a couple of days, they're about to kill all the Israelites. They're about to kill the so-called Jews. Meanwhile, the king and Haman, they drinking, having a good time. Drinking and having a good time. And that's what people need to understand. You would think Donald Trump had a heart. You would think Donald Trump had compassion when he sees news reports about innocent civilians being murdered by ICE. You would think Donald Trump would have a heart when he sees Hispanic children crying as their fathers get taken away and get ripped away from them. You think he have a heart. He don't. He drinking with what's his name? Jeffrey Epstein. He drinking with it. He drinking with it. He's having a good old drink. You understand? Laughing. Rich and wealthy. He could care less about our children. That's why it's going to take one man not to bow his knee. One man. It's going to take one man not to bow his knee to this disgusting place. That's what it's going to take. Keep reading.
Like I read from time.
Go ahead, Wardy.
Okay. Verse 15.
It's a lot. You know what? We're in chapter 4, verse 1. You can start there. Go ahead. The water for the brothers and sisters who brought the grub through. Esther chapter 4, verse 1. Let's get it.
Esther chapter 4 and verse 1. When Mordecai perceived all that was done, Mordecai rent his clothes and put on sackcloth with ashes and went out into the midst of the city and cried with a loud and a bitter cry.
And this cat went and more and went and cried unto the Lord. Because that is the only thing that's going to help. Do you think Mordecai is not a fool out? He didn't say, let's get weapons and try to fight the Persians and the Medes.
Right.
We got to rise up and revolt. Like that silly cat who wanted to start that new Black Panther party out there in Philadelphia with Black Lions. Of course, he's a rat and an informant. Like he's a pathetic version of a snitch. You can see that from miles away. Of course, you're working with the police. You understand? But Mordecai didn't do that. Mordecai cried to God because God is the only thing that can help him and help us. And that's what we must see today in 2026. It ain't what we need to do is go get land. What we need to do is get land and learn how to work real estate. We need a real estate group. You know what I'm saying? That's not what brothers are saying. Well, excuse me, that's what people are saying, but that's not what we need. What we need to be saying is we need to turn back to the Lord. That's right. We need to obey these laws, statutes, commandments in this Bible because God is about to destroy us. Right. These nations are about to come for us, and if we do not seek the Lord out, we are going to be destroyed. Right. This is what Mordecai knew. This is what we all should know in America in 2026. While we watching our enemies drop bombs on Iran and watching China put warships in the water, what we should be thinking about is how much we should turn to the Most High for him to come down and deliver us from our enemies, man. That's what we need to think about. It said that this brother Mordecai rent his clothes with a bitter cry. A bitter cry. Like this was a cat with some wisdom, man. This was a man of the Lord that saw that and said, surely we's done. Surely we done. You see all the wealth. You see how wealthy this king was when we read these first couple chapters. He got pillars of marble, tapestry, gold and silver, bed sheets, Quashia. Mordecai is like, dear Lord, we need your help, man. Dang. Keep reading.
Verse 2. And came even before the king's gate, for none might enter into the king's gate clothed with sackcloth. And in every province, whither was so the king's commandment and his decree came, there was great mourning among the Jews.
Like, how rebellious can we be out here? Jesus Christ. We just got out of Babylonian captivity out. Now you get a decree. You walk, like this back when you had posters on the wall. You walk past the decree, all the Jews are going to die on Saturday. God damn. God damn. You like, bro, come on, man. We just got out of Babylon. Years later, God damn. You understand? Like, we gotta turn to the Lord. Like, how much more we gonna keep rebelling against the Most High, man? All the time. But I tell you what, though, for some reason, the Lord definitely showed that He loves us. Right? For some reason, I mean, the Lord is. Give me the word. What is the Lord doing with us, brother? Right here. What is the Lord doing with us? And all our rebellion against His laws and all our disobedience. What is the Lord doing with us? One word.
Anticipation.
Remember earlier. What is the word here? What is the Lord doing with us? After we keep breaking His rules, all the rules He said, we breaking His rules. Let's see if the brother gets it. And then I'm gonna come to you, all right?
It was in Esther 3, right, sir?
I'm looking for one word. Go ahead, bro. In the back, go ahead.
Sir, would it be grace?
I'm looking for one word. We went over it earlier. What is the Lord doing with us? That the heathen said that they should not do with us. Because we got diverse laws. And we don't even keep His laws of these nations. The heathens won't do this with us. But the Lord will. And what is that? I'm looking for one word. You know what? Go ahead, Al. Suffer. The Lord gonna suffer. He's suffering us. He's gonna suffer us. He's like, these hard-headed blacks and Hispanics just keep on goddamn celebrating Valentine's. He's suffering us. You understand? For some reason. Right. Keep reading.
Come. Verse 3. In every province whither is so the king's commandment and his decree came, there was great mourning among the Jews, and fasting and weeping and wailing, and many lay in sackcloth and ashes. So Esther's maid and her chamberlains came and told it her. Then was the queen exceedingly grieved, and she sent raiment to clothe Mordecai.
And listen, when did Cardi B do that? When did Cardi B see the Hispanics being persecuted by ICE and say anything or spend some millions of dollars just to, for bottles of water? When did she do that? Or any other, the women who are praised for being sluts in America. I didn't see Jennifer Lopez doing that. Did you? No. I didn't hear about Jennifer Lopez doing the goddamn thing for the Hispanics at all, period. Nothing. This sister right here got compassion. This sister Esther got compassion. She grieved. She sent her uncle some clothes, man. Keep reading.
Okay. And take away the sackcloth from him, but he received it not. Then called Esther for her top, one of the king's chamberlains, whom he had appointed to attend unto her, and gave him commandment to Mordecai to know what it was and why it was.
So listen. So now, because Esther is the queen, she got a servant under her, and she can send and run errands and do things that she want to do. So she say, I need you to go to my uncle Mordecai and ask him what is wrong and what is going on and what's happening. Go ahead, read.
Verse 6. So Hatak went forth to Mordecai unto the street of the city, which was before the king's gate. And Mordecai told him of all that had happened unto him, and of the sum of the money that Haman had promised to pay the king's treasury for the Jews to destroy them. He also gave him the copy of the writing of the decree that was given to Shushan to destroy them, to show it unto Esther.
Listen, so he got the copy of the decree, he got the letter in his hand. He's telling them everything that's going on. He's like, listen, man, Haman paying this amount of money. He paying thousands of dollars for the treasury, man, for them to come and slaughter us, man. He got the paper right here. It said right here. Give it to her. He like, take it to her. This is what's going on. Take it to her. Like that. Keep reading. Okay, do what? We gotta run it down. We gotta run it down. Keep reading.
And to declare it unto her, and to charge her that she should go in unto the king to make supplication unto him, and to make requests before him for her people.
Keep reading.
And Hatak came and told Esther the words of Mordecai. Again, Esther spake to Hatak and gave him commandment unto Mordecai. All the king's servants and the people of the king's provinces do know that whosoever, whether man or woman, shall come unto the king into the inner court, whom is not called, there is one law of his to put him to death, except such to whom the king shall hold out the golden scepter.
Right. Go ahead.
That he may live. But I have not been called to come in unto the king these 30 days.
So listen, so what Esther's saying, so she got the message that Mordecai sent. And now she's telling him to go back to Mordecai and tell him that I can't go to the king because he got a law that can't nobody just walk into his royal courtroom. Can't nobody walk in there unannounced or without a appointment, basically. You can't just walk into his throne room because it's a law that he'll kill you unless he hold out his golden scepter. If he hold out the golden scepter, then you safe. I mean, he give you a pass. So she telling the man to go tell Mordecai, I can't walk in there. I ain't seen him in 30 days. I can't just walk in there. He gonna kill me. That's what she's saying. Keep reading.
And they told to Mordecai Esther's words. Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house more than all the Jews. For if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place.
Read that part again. Now feel this for a second. Read what Mordecai told. Feel what Mordecai told the sister. Read that part again.
Sorry, 13?
Yeah.
Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thyself.
He said, think not what?
With thyself.
He said, think not with thyself. What does that mean? Go ahead,
Don't just think about yourself.
Yeah, don't think about just your own life. And brothers and sisters out, this oppression, you gotta be very careful. You got to be very careful because this oppression is so hard to where you can start in your mind, start to just say, I got to really just care about myself. And you'll see it in some brothers and some sisters that just go off. They ain't going off because this truth ain't where you're supposed to be. They ain't going off because this truth is wrong. They going off because it is easier to only care about yourself. Right. It is much, much easier. Right. What we doing here, this is hard. To consider one another, to watch how we talk to one another, to go to one another, to make sure one another eats, to make sure brothers are safe, you understand? In this oppression, that can become harder. but we're here nonetheless. We're going to suffer each other nonetheless.
That's right.
We're going to suffer each other nonetheless. In the world, it is easier for Cardi B to just only care about Cardi B. That's it. She ain't got to care about the rest of the Puerto Ricans. You understand? I didn't see her speak on Bad Bunny's behalf after that halftime show or anything. I ain't seen none of that. Because it's easier just for you to just take care of yourself, take care of your little kids, your little chamberlains, take care of your little chamberlains and your own little, servants or whatever, and you'll be fine.
Right.
Mordecai telling her, don't think to thyself. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. Be selfless. Or he telling her what's going to happen if she do. Go ahead.
Think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house.
Yeah, don't think that you gonna get a pass. They gonna kill you too. That's what all the rich of our people, and I like to call them the poor rich. They ain't really rich.
Right.
They the poor rich.
Right.
You a poor rich one.
Right.
You ain't really rich. That's what all the poor rich Negroes and the entertainers, they should realize. You are a nigga too.
Yep.
You ain't getting no pass.
Right.
And you've seen it countless times and over and over and over. Of those entertainers, they get pulled over by the cops thinking they got some type of status. Why are you pulling me over? You don't know who I am? No. You finna get shot. They get harassed and followed just like any other black or Hispanic man, and that is it. Right. You understand? And that is what Mordecai is telling Esther, like, don't think you're gonna get away. You're gonna get it too. Keep reading.
More than all the Jews. For if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place.
It's so heavy with Mordecai telling him. He's like, listen, if you don't go, if you don't go and tell this man this, not only are you going to die like the rest of us, the Lord going to find somebody else to deliver us. Now that's how much faith this man got in the Most High. And he drilling it in him. He like, listen, shorty, you be selfish all you want. You're going to die, and you're going to die worse than all the Jews because you the queen. They're going to make an example out of you.
Right.
And the Lord going to find somebody else to do what you should have done.
Right.
That's what he's telling them. That's how you got to raise your shorty up, man. You got to raise your Eve up like that. You got to raise your daughter up like that.
That's right.
Like, shorty, you're most right. You got to raise your daughter up like this. You ain't finna be on Disney Channel. You ain't finna be on Disney Channel. I know it look nice on TikTok, but Disney Channel is evil. You sing a song, you're going to sing it for the Israelite school of U.P.K, and that is all. He's doing on Disney Channel because it is evil and it's wrong. You understand? And they are going to shame you like they do the rest of our beautiful daughters. All our beautiful daughters. You got to raise your sisters up hard. Somebody go ahead.
Right. Let us sing Hell Boy.
Yeah, sing Hell Boy. Do something real. Do something real one time. Just keep reading.
But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed. And who knoweth whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as this?
Listen, he like, no, remember your father, like your father died. My uncle, he gone. So if you think about yourself at this moment, you're gonna shame your father's house. The whole time you could have became queen is for this. Like the Lord could have put you in this position for this very day. That's what Mordecai telling him. He's telling them like, yo, this all could have happened for this reason, for you to deliver us. That's what he's telling them. So as you imagine in this story, just imagine some harsh Benjamin cat dropping it on this cat. Just drop like, yo, tell her I said that if she don't do this, she gonna suffer for it, man. This the whole reason she there. That's what he telling. That's what he telling her message. He like, I don't want to hear none of that. You tell her she better do that, or she gonna die and the Lord gonna find somebody else. Right. That's what he's saying in the front of that gate, man. Keep reading.
And verse 15. Then Esther bade them return Mordecai this answer. Go. Gather together all the Jews that are present in Shushan, and fast ye for me, and neither eat nor drink 3 days, night or day. I also and my maids will fast likewise, and so will I go into the king, which is not according to the law, and if I perish, I perish.
That's the hang. Most times crying. That's the beautiful woman. She like, all right. She like, all right. She got checked by Mordecai. She like, all right, but just do this for me. Just fast. What else she say? She say fast. No, either eat no drink. She said, me and my maidens, we're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna afflict their soul before the eyes of the Most High. She was like, and if I go in there and I die, then I'm just gonna die. That's a sister. That's a one West sister right there.
Right. That's right.
Solid. You understand? Was in fear for her life and like, yo, because why? How is your life greater than any of ours? How is your life greater than any of ours? Any of them. You understand? If anything, you owe Mordecai for taking you in, bringing you in, putting you in position. Now you're in a position and you got to do something. Now you got to do something for the Most High now. You live in, you're wealthy. At this point, Esther is wealthy. She got servants and handmaids and money and messengers and all that. And Mordecai like, listen, this is the whole reason you got all that. You better do it. And she obeyed him. She obeyed him. She heard him. She ain't say, he's someone these black women now. Jesus Christ. She ain't say,
I'm not the one.
yeah, I ain't the one.
You better go find somebody else.
You know what I'm saying? She ain't say none of that. You know? She stepped into it, stepped into the game. Keep reading.
Verse 17. So Mordecai went his way and did according to all that Esther had commanded him.
Keep reading.
You can go a little bit more if you want, because they just play the music in the meantime.
Okay.
But it's up to you.
All right.
Esther 5:1.
Right.
Now it came to pass on the third day that Esther put on her royal apparel and stood in the inner court of the king's house, over against the king's house, and the king sat upon his royal throne in the royal house, over against the gate of the house.
Right.
And it was so, when the king saw Esther, the queen, standing in the court, that she obtained favor in his sight. And the king held out to Esther the golden scepter that was in his hand.
Listen, she did it fast, man. She got beautiful. She walked in there and just leaned on the gate. Like she did something like she did seduced him. She just leaned on the gate, gave him a look, and he like, he put the scepter like this. She go right there. Real right on in with that dress. She got lean against the gate. You know them was in there. Sisters, like, they nice, man. Nice. You understand? She leaned up against that gate out that camera. She cool. She cool. Bring her on in. Keep reading now.
Is that mine?
You know what I'm saying? Watch her from behind glasses. He put glasses on.
That's not, oh, there she goes. There she go. Keep reading.
So Esther drew near and touched the top of the scepter.
Look, then, and she finessing now. She finessing. She don't just come to him. She you know what I'm saying? Like she know exactly what she doing. Keep reading.
Verse 3. Then said the king unto her, "What
we
will
show you? We show you, sisters, man. I mean, we have a hard time out here in this hell called America. We black men. You understand? Turn some of that on, man. Turn some of that's going when I come in here. You understand? Stop telling me the toilet broke and the sink broke and you know what I'm saying? I need to have me go on these things, man. I want to lay down. You understand? Turn some of that on, man. Keep reading.
Verse 3. Then said the king unto her, "What wilt thou, Queen Esther? And what is thy request? It shall be given thee to the half of the kingdom."
Listen, man. He like, yo, shawty, what you want? Right. Whatever you want, you got it. What you need? Look, coming in here looking all good like that. What you want? I give you half the kingdom, shawty. What you want? Keep reading.
And Esther answered, "If it seem good unto the king, let the king and Haman come this day unto the banquet that I have prepared for him."
So she lining him up. She ain't even tell him right then and there. She want to get him nice and comfortable and set the scene, set the stage, and then she gonna break it to him. You understand? I'm gonna stop it right here. So right now she gonna invite the king
to a banquet. This sister gonna put a banquet together, her and her handmaids, they gonna put a banquet together. But notice she said, you and your servant Haman, y'all come to this banquet I got for y'all. You understand? We're gonna throw y'all a party. That's all I want, my Lord. That's all I want. So she's setting the stage to be able to break the news to him, and we're gonna read it in the other chapters. With that, we passing the class over tomorrow. Come. Tomorrow we're gonna finish up in the book of Esther with the speech of Purim. All right. With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Officer Below.
We got the security announcements. We are the Is.U.P.K of 1 West 125th Street of Harlem, New York, under Commander Jenny Hans. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves of the word. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry ties, which is a command. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashru. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offer for priests, not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like to give. The upcoming Holy Convocation, once again, we hold the Feast of Purim right now, which is the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. That's today, Monday, the 2nd of March, and Tuesday, tomorrow, the 3rd of March. You can find this in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 20 through 31. As well, we got the Lord's 57th annual Passover that's coming up over there in Houston. Make sure you have your travel arrangements in line. Any funds that you think that you might have issues with, you want to get in contact with your camp leaders. You want to plan to go down for the whole week. It's a week full of events. Events for the kids, events for the adults. You got the Black Party, you got Commander Johanna, you got the General Muhammad's class. You understand? You got the radio podcast show that's going to be going on. It's a whole week thing of events. If you have any questions, of course, you just want to get in contact with your camp leader. The fee for everyone 17 years of age and above is $200 per person. 17 age and above, $200 per person. So like anything else you want to add on that, sir? Come. Remind Akim and Akwaki to check on social media such as Is.U.P.K.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for Is.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, you start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, black headband, or scarf. And with that, I say Amazon, which means to be signed. Sister, you can stay seated. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courteous salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amadi Shabbat, Amadi, Barak, Yahweh, Solid, which means a turn. Sister, you can stand. Men of Israel, Salah. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courteous salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amadi Shabbat, Amadi, Barak, Yahweh Shabbat, class dismissed. Every class for sure.
It's like getting short. Copy